Hey everyone, welcome to week 34 of pregnancy. This is your 25-minute workout. We're steadily counting down those weeks until we get to see our little ones. And thanks for joining me this far on this fitness journey. As always, we're going to start in standing with a little bit of a warm-up. So open those feet out, toes out. You're going to place your hands on your knees and just round the spine up and then extend. So we're working on stretching out those inner thighs and mobilizing our spines. You can inhale as you round, and then, or rather the opposite way around, exhale as you round the spine and inhale as you extend. Two more. One more. And then keep those legs wide but point them forward. You can have a slight bend in your knees. You're taking one hand to the ceiling as you twist one way and then the other. If this is a little bit too challenging to get all the way down, you can do this in standing, just with a gentle twist, taking one hand to the opposite knee. Just four more. 3, 2, 1. Standing up, stretching out those hamstrings. Take one leg forward, knee slightly bent, and hinge until you feel a bit of a back of thigh stretch or calf stretch, and alternate. Keep the chest open as you hinge. Just 4 more. You can open the legs a little bit wider to make space for that belly. Last one. And then turn to face the front. We're just taking one arm overhead, one arm under, and switching. So into a monkey arms movement. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the beginning into that plie with hands on the knees, round the spine and extend. Up and down. Just 3 more. 2 and 1. Keep those legs wide. We've got some twists. So hands on the mat and reach one hand up to the ceiling, or you're in standing and just touching one hand to the opposite knee. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Standing up, getting those hamstrings mobilized. One leg forward and hinge. Switching from side to side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And into those monkey arms. One arm overhead, one arm under. Just really letting those hands and those arms move freely to mobilize those shoulder joints. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we go straight into some standing work. So we've got a bit of balance work today. You're going to place your weight onto one leg, push out of that hip, and we've got some knee lifts. So with one arm overhead, we're bringing knee to elbow and bringing it back down. Up and down. So this is going to work the abdominals and the core in a standing position, because working the core in other positions starts to get a bit difficult as we get bigger and bigger and those abdominals start stretching. So this is a good option. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to the other side. Knee up to that elbow. And as you lift that knee up, you should feel these side muscles working here to help get that knee up towards that elbow. You don't have to come all the way down to the mat if you really want to challenge that balance. Keep that foot lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into standing, we're going to step out into a squat and touch down. So we squat, touch towards the opposite foot and up, and then we switch. So for a bit of a cardio movement, you can do this quite quickly and it'll get your heart rate up. If you want to do it in a slower and controlled manner, focusing on form, then go ahead, just slow it down. But keep that chest up, weight into those heels as you squat. Side to side. If stepping out is a little bit painful, if you're having any pelvic girdle issues, you can just do a simple squat, but we've got 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're then in standing with toes pointed out, heels together. So really turning out those legs, trying to bring the heels forward. You're going to rise up onto your toes, bend the knees, keep the heels lifted, then put the heels down, and then stand up as you squeeze the inner thighs together. So up, keep the heels lifted, bend the knees, heels down, touching, and then squeeze back up to standing. So keep this smooth and controlled. We're really working our inner thigh muscles here. You should also feel your glutes working at the back as you try to keep pushing those knees out. So we don't want to let the knees start coming forward or closing. We want to keep everything open. Up, bend, push those heels down, squeeze the thighs as you close. Just 2 more of those before we go back into those knee lifts. down and up. Back into those side knee lifts. Brace those abdominals and bring that knee to meet that elbow. Breathing throughout. Relax the shoulders. Take all of that tension into the glutes and into the core region. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side, knee to elbow. Keep your eyes focused on one spot. Squeeze the glutes of that standing leg to help you balance. Up and down. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into that squat, touching opposite hand down to the floor, or as close as you can get. As you come up to center, give the glutes, all those buttock muscles, a good squeeze. Down and up. So we're keeping those leg muscles strong, keeping up our endurance, which should help with labor in the upcoming few weeks. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels together, toes out. Turn those legs out as you come up onto those heels. Plie, push the heels down, squeeze the inner thighs together. So this should be a really active movement. Those thigh muscles and glutes should be working at every moment to keep that turnout. Keep it going. You can have your arms out to the sides if you want a little bit of an arm workout too. 3 more. 2 and 1. And relax. And we're going to kneel onto the mat. So one leg forward, one leg back, just working on a little bit of mobility. Take that front leg a little bit out to the side so you've got a wide base, and you're just rocking the hips forward and back in a pelvic tilting motion. And this is just to loosen up some of the tissues around the pelvic and low back region that tend to get a bit tight. 2 more. 1. You're then going to come to a kind of middle position. Brace those abs, hands behind the head. You're going to tap one hand down to the side and then tap the other way. Down and then switch. So as you bend down to the side, you should feel on one hand those abdominal muscles stretching. And on the other hand, those abs working to pull you back up to an upright position. And we're also getting a little bit of stretch on those hip flexors that get quite tight. Just one more each way. And then we switch, starting with those pelvic tilts. Give yourself a wide base and rock the pelvis forward and back. Keep nice and upright with that torso as you do so. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to a middle neutral position, brace those abs, hands behind the head, and tap down from side to side. Just going down as far as you're comfortable and as far as you can control. Breathe. 6 more to go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bring both knees together, and you're going to place your elbows down into almost a kneeling plank position, but have the hips a little bit over the knees. The movement is bringing the hips forward into a plank and then rocking back. So forward and back. So as you do this movement, you want to focus on almost tucking the pelvis under as you bring the hips forward and then releasing. As you bring the hips forward, you're also thinking about bracing those abdominals, flattening those ribs, and bringing that baby closer up towards you as you engage all of those core muscles. Rock forward and back. So you're not holding that plank for very long. If you'd like to, if your strength and control are still pretty good at 34 weeks, you can hold this kneeling plank for as long as you can control that position for a bit more of a workout. Otherwise, we're just moving in and out of it. In and out. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now come up onto your hands into an all fours position, knees a little bit wider. In this position, I want you to bring that baby closer towards you as you lift and brace those abdominals. One hand comes behind the head, and we've got a twist. So elbow comes down to the mat and then opens up to the ceiling. So as I do this, I'm holding that abdominal contraction. So my abs are still working to some extent. but we're also adding in some spinal mobility. So you don't have to get that elbow all the way to the ceiling. It will depend on how stiff or how loose you are. But as long as you're getting a little bit of a spinal twist. One more. And then other side. So lift that baby up, brace and hold this bracing position, and twist to open. So a lot of low back issues and neck issues can be caused by the mid-spine, this middle of the back region around the rib cage, being really tight or inflexible. So this is a really great movement to keep the mid-back moving well. And it's an area that does tend to get stiff when moms have babies and are carrying these babies around all the time. So this is a good one even for after pregnancy. 3 more. 2 and 1. And sit back. We're going to move to lying on our backs and do some bridges in that position. As always, if you battle to lie down flat, you can lay over the edge of a couch or a chair to get that top half of your body a bit elevated. So lying on your back, I want you to rock the pelvis forward and back to settle into a middle neutral position. Brace those abs. You're then going to tuck the pelvis and roll that spine up as you lift the glutes, hips to the ceiling. And in this position, we're just going to start off with a little bit of a pulse. Get those glutes activated before we start adding extra movements. And pulse. You can also do this with hands pointing towards the ceiling. And there'll be a little bit more of a requirement on that core to kind of balance things. Keep squeezing and pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold it there. If you need a break between any of these exercises, take the hips down, move things around a bit. But if you can, stay up. And now we're dropping one hip to the mat to lift it back up. Other side drops and then lifts. So we've got a bit of a twist of that lower spine and that pelvis. So we're still working on that mobility, but also moving that pelvis in a really nice and controlled way. Down. As you lift back up, squeeze both glutes. Switching from side to side. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it up if you can. We then open one knee slightly out to the side and bring it back in. And then other side, out and in. Still trying to keep those hips lifted. So those glutes should really be burning right now. Relax the upper body, relax the shoulders, let all of that tension be taken up by the glutes and those braced abdominals. This is our last exercise. We've got 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and slowly take that spine back down to the mat. Whew. Okay, sit back up and we move into some stretching. So have your weight back on your hands. You're going to cross one leg over and then just push that chest open. As you push the torso forward, you should feel a bit of a glute stretch, and you just hold that position. If the belly is really getting in the way, you can lengthen that bottom leg out to make a bit of space for the belly. And we switch. Other side. Push the chest forward, open it up to feel that glute stretch. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, or back out through the nose. Okay, facing the front, you're going to open one leg out to the side, other leg bent in front of you, and just lean over towards that leg until you feel a little bit of an inner thigh or hamstring stretch. Holding this position, you're going to take same arm as the leg that is out and bring it behind you into a tricep stretch. Switching over to the other side, one leg out, sit up nice and tall, and then lean over to that leg, just as far as you can manage. And then take that arm, same arm as the leg that is out, and pull it back into a tricep stretch. Okay, and release, make your way back up into standing. And just roll those shoulders back a few times, opening that chest and releasing those shoulders down the back. That is our 25-minute workout done. Have a look at the 15-minute workout, which will be out later this week, and subscribe to join the community, because I always love to have more moms joining for these workouts. I'll see you soon again on Belly Strong.